What's up, guys? TJ and Ian here at the Freakopolis Geekery with this week's Freaky Peek. This week we're going to be looking at ILO Games' Welcome Back to the Dungeon. Welcome Back to the Dungeon is a fantasy card game where players collectively fill a dungeon with challenges which one player must attempt to overcome.
So, in Welcome Back to the Dungeon, there's two phases. A preparation phase where players add monsters and challenges to the dungeon and take away gear and assets from the adventurer, and the dungeon delving phase where the adventurer either defeats the dungeon and collects victory tokens or meets his demise and the player gets ever closer to losing. I'll show you how a game begins. I'm gonna pull a monster for my turn, and I'm gonna set him down in the dungeon.
I'll pull a monster as well. I think I'm going to use this to remove this weird concoction which adds 5 HP to our ninja adventurer. And we'll adjust his HP tracker here, so he's at 13 to start with.
Take 5 away, so going into this dungeon you'd only have 8 health. I think I'm gonna pass for this turn, which forces you to take on this dungeon, Tej.
Well, great. Alright, I'll draw off the top card from our newly built dungeon, and we have a goblin. Level 1 goblin. I don't have any equipment that immediately takes him out, so I'll take 1 damage and reflect that on the hit point counter. There's only 1 monster left.
Yes.
I think you should have taken this on.
No, it's a quick and easy dungeon.
Oh, we've got the Count, who's a 4/8 vampire, but luckily as the ninja, I have the wooden shuriken that allows me to defeat vampires, and I've cleared the dungeon. I'll take one of these victory scrolls, and I'm on my way to victory.
Or if the dungeon had been too much for his adventurer, he'd have to flip one of his quick reference cards, and if both of your cards get flipped, then you're out of the game.
Or if you're the first person to defeat 2 dungeons and collect 2 victory scrolls, you are the winner. So this is a really fun, quick, easy, small game. It's got some social aspects where you're kind of betting against each other and seeing who's willing to take on the dungeon, as well as some strategy in knowing what's in the dungeon now and what kind of equipment you have to take on those monsters.
Yeah, it can get really exciting and kind of nerve-wracking when it's down to those last 2 players and you see how little equipment you're going in with and how deep the dungeon goes.
Yeah, it's certainly fun. I definitely like this, and that's a quick round of Welcome Back to the Dungeon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.